Hello guys, welcome to the Backyard Machine Shop. Well guys, been having a lot of requests to update the Exmark mower and give an update of how it's performing. I'm here on location. This is a yard I cut every couple of weeks, and it's about 5 acres total. It takes me maybe an hour and a half, 2 hours to cut it. That's with some push mower work. Anyway, back to the mower. Mower's been performing really good. I have had some issues though. To start off with, last year I kept having issues. I could cut for 30 or 40 minutes and then the motor would die. And so I really played with the motor, did a bunch of stuff that was recommended for that Harbor Freight Predator motor. And come to find out, the problem was this fuel tank on this side here had plugged up. And it had been sitting, this mower had been sitting for 5 or 6 years. So it had plugged up with sediment, and basically the screen needed to be changed in it. So I still haven't done that yet. This tank's empty and we don't use it. The other tank I use, it does fine. The second issue I've had was truck pad. Okay, second issue I had is clutches. Now I'm on the third clutch. The first clutch, when I put it on, I just slid it on, tightened it up, and it lasted, all of what I did last year and a couple of times this year, and finally it gave out. Well, I changed the clutch, put it right back on like I had it, and it lasted about 10 minutes. So I finally found out what I was doing wrong. It was all my fault. And I ended up having to machine a couple spacers to space the clutch in the right orientation on the shaft. There's 2 bearings inside the clutch, and those 2 bearings have to be separated because one bearing is part of the clutch that stays still when it's not engaged, and the other bearing actually rides on the shaft. So I've got that figured out. This clutch's been in here since, I don't know, I bet you I got 20 hours on this clutch. So it's been doing great, no problem. The other issue I've had is the motor itself. Now when I first put this motor on, it ran perfect, other than the gas issues, but I'm having trouble now getting it started. The only other problem I've had with this motor is fuel to start up. Once it starts, it runs good. I read a lot of people talking about having to choke it every time. Even choking it sometimes don't get this one going, but I've taken it off, taken it apart, cleaned it, put it back on, and still had the same issues. So I'm thinking I'm gonna have to rejet it. I'm looking at doing that in the next week or so. I just haven't had time to do it. I've got a new air cleaner system for it we're going to put on, and a couple other things. But other than that, it's been doing great. The pumps, people ask about the pumps. These pumps are super strong. If you can take this thing and start off hard, it'll stand straight up in the air with you. So, and no issues, no leaks, no anything with the pumps. The only thing that I've replaced with the pumps is the gas rods. The 2 gas rods that was on it originally worn slap out, so we didn't have any resistance in your feed, so it was kind of jerky driving it. So now it's running really good. All right. So what I said here is this is a 5 acre yard that I cut every couple of weeks. Now most of the jobs I do every 2 weeks. All I do is just cutting and a little bit of edging and a little bit of weed eating, and other than that I just keep it. So this yard's been close to 2 weeks since it's been cut, and it looks kind of shabby, but we're going to take care of that in just a few minutes. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to start up the mower, and we're going to get out here and get this cut. And I'll set that. There's really not a whole lot to this video. I'll show some pictures of the spacer I built. So alright guys, so one of the other things that I've done I forgot about is I installed, when I was having trouble with the fuel system, I was fighting through it and couldn't figure out what it was. What I ended up doing is I installed an electric fuel pump also. So I think she's ready to go. Just reach over here. I've already had to warm her up. can see that maximum speed 10 miles per hour. All right, guys, so I put a speedometer on the mower. Right now our max speed's about 10 miles per hour. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go back over here and I'm gonna set up, and we're gonna see how fast we can get it to go without the blades. This is pretty much the flattest area I have, so you'll stand by. All right, guys, it still looks like it's 10 miles per hour, but you get an idea how fast this thing will cut grass. So we're gonna move to the backyard and finish it up before the storm you see that's coming comes in. Alright guys, so as you can see, just finishing up, just in the nick of time. I need to push load still, but this is about the riding board. So really I can't show you nothing, I'm not going to go out and race. Anyway guys, so we cut about 5 acres. I guess it took us maybe an hour, hour and a half. You see what I did? I put the speed meter on the phone. Our maximum speed was like 10 miles per hour. So now we were cutting grass at 10 miles per hour in some areas. We probably averaged about 5. You can't see the rest of the yard. Turn around. Guys, I'll try to show you how much we cut. If you look, we'll pan out and cut that area. And we'll walk around here. We cut all of that, and we cut the back. There's my old full truck. It's been sitting back there a couple of weeks. Anyway, cut all of that.